Hello friends, my name is Vikas. Welcome back friends. In today's video, we will be discussing important current affairs of the third week of April. The session will be very helpful and useful to you, so do pay attention till the end. So friends, we have an app by the name AffairsCloud which you can go and download through the Play Store in your Android phones. This app will help you in boosting your preparation. Once you have downloaded this app, you can go and log in with your Gmail or Google ID in this application. And once you have logged in, then you will be transferred to this page here. On this page, you will be able to see home, all courses, my courses and doubt sessions also. So in the courses, if we talk to you, in the courses, if you purchase course from us, we will be providing you with multiple material for your preparation. Material such as your daily current affairs, your weekly current affairs, your monthly current affairs. In daily, we will be providing you with 20 questions quiz, an ebook that is in your PDF formats of the questions of that particular day. Then we'll be providing you in weekly with the same 50 question quiz that will be a compiled and important 50 questions, and also we'll be providing you a compiled PDF of the weekly current affairs then in the question answer format also. It will be a very helpful PDF, and similarly for monthly also we'll be providing you important monthly current affairs on a monthly basis. So the same content you will be revising maximum number of times and it will help you in your preparation. We'll also provide material related to your banking and awareness also, and apart from that we'll be covering all important topics such as your apps and web portal, important days, books and authors, national affairs, international affairs, sports, defense, awards, obituary, important days and what not. Everything will be covered in this topic wise by me only. So apart from that, we also provide state wise current affairs that will also help you to prepare for the regional exams. So let's start. The first question is, which company in India recently has manufactured its first flight of indigenous 19-seater Dornier Do 228 aircraft? Tell me, which is the organization? It is your Hindustan Aeronautics Limited has recently manufactured the 19-seater Dornier Do 228 aircraft. Alright, first thing you need to know about this. So correct option is Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. Next thing, the question that can be asked, the flight will be operational from where to where? What is the location? It will be from Dibrugarh, that is in Assam, to Pasighat, this is in Arunachal Pradesh. So question will be asked that the flight of 19-seater Dornier Do 22 aircraft that has been manufactured by Hall is from which location to which location? It is from Dibrugarh to Pasighat, or you can say Dibrugarh in Assam to Pasighat in Arunachal Pradesh. Next, we are talking about a digital platform. Tell me, which is the digital platform along with which Extreme IX, that is your internet exchange, collaborated to provide faster digital payment services? So remember, along with Extreme IX, that is your internet exchange, along with PhonePe, alright, they have tied up or collaborated to provide faster digital payment services. The partnership makes PhonePe the first digital platform to participate in an internet exchange in India. Alright, so the correct option here is PhonePe. Apart from this, tell me, recently 108 feet tall statue of Lord Hanuman was built. Tell me, where is the 108 feet tall statue of Lord Hanuman being built? And this was recently unveiled by our Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi. It is being built in Gujarat. And in Gujarat, to remember, it is in Morbi. In Morbi, Gujarat, the 108 feet tall statue of Lord Hanuman is being built. And it was recently unveiled by whom? By the President or Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, unveiled it. Next, then tell me, NDAP. What is NDAP? National Data and Analytics Platform. I repeat, National Data Analytics and National Data and Analytics Platform. This is NDAP. Which organization released this national data and analytics platform? This was launched by Niti Ayog. Alright, it was launched by Niti Ayog. Then if I ask you, which is the Puducherry's first ever beach festival? Puducherry's first ever beach festival. Tell me the name of the Puducherry's first ever beach festival. It is IC Pande 2022. IC Pande. This is the name of the first ever beach festival of Puducherry's. Next, when was the National Agriculture Market e-Naam launched by the Government of India? e-Naam, that is National Agriculture Market, and this was launched by Government of India. Question is asked here that in which year was it launched? It was launched on 14th of April 2016 by then Prime Minister of India Narendra Modi. Alright, it is a pan-India electronic trade network. Alright, the small farmers, agri-businesses helped to implement this e-Naam that was launched on 14th of April 2016 by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And so the year is 2016. Similarly, recently remember the extreme poverty in India has declined by -% during 2011-2019. So extreme poverty in India has been declined by how much percent? It has declined by 12.3% for the year 2011 to 2019. Then similarly, first portable solar rooftop system. India's first portable solar rooftop system. Where has been the India's first portable solar rooftop system being inaugurated? It was inaugurated in Gandhinagar. And where is Gandhinagar? It is in Gujarat. Next, Rongali Bihu or Bohang Bihu. This festival is celebrated in which state? We have done this multiple times. It is celebrated in Assam. Where is Bihu festival celebrated? It is celebrated in Assam. Remember this. Alright. This Rongali Bihu or Bohag Bihu, remember this falls in the second week of April every year. Every year in the second week, this Bohag Bihu or Rongali Bihu is celebrated in Assam. This second week marks the beginning of harvest period. So it is celebrated in Assam. Alright. If we are talking about Assam, remember in Assam, first pure green hydrogen plant of India has been commissioned. India's first pure green hydrogen plant. Where it has been set up? It is in Assam. And in Assam too, remember it is in Jorhat. In Jorhat of Assam, India's first pure green hydrogen plant has been set up, and it has been set up by Oil. Alright, Oil India Limited set up this India's first pure green hydrogen plant. And if we are talking about Rongali Bihu and Bohag Bihu, this festival is celebrated in the second week of April. It marks the beginning of harvest period and it is celebrated in Assam. Next question. Indian Railways connect which cities in the Diamond Quadrilateral? So which cities are connected in Diamond Quadrilateral? Can you tell me? This type of structure is famed. This is India. Now tell me. Now it is easy. Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, and here it is Chennai. Not in between. Here it is Chennai. Alright, so correct option is Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, and Chennai. Option 4th is the right answer. Next question. According to World Bank research paper, the extreme poverty in India has been decreased by, we just saw this, India in poverty has been decreased by 12.3% for the fiscal year 2011 to 2019. Apart from this, tell me which is the country that has built the first electric cruise ship. First electric cruise ship, and it has been built by China. China has also built artificial moon, and with the help of this artificial moon they will be experimenting on what? They will be experimenting on gravity. Next, so the correct option here is fourth. Now if I ask you, Government of India is planning to build how many airports by the year 2025? So Government of India is planning to build 220 airports. Then tell me, first state that has installed L-root server. L-root server. First state to implement or to install L-root server, it is your Rajasthan. Rajasthan. Alright. Then next question. First Incredible India International Conference. I repeat, first Incredible India International Conference. This will be held where? This will be held in Mumbai. First Incredible India International Conference will be held in Mumbai. Alright. Next. Which company recently became India's first fintech led NBFC factor to receive the certificate of registration under Registration of Factors Regulation of 2022? Tell me, which is the company? It is your 121 Finance. 121 Finance is the company, or you can say it became the India's first fintech. What is fintech? Fintech is for finance plus technology. So it is your fintech. India's first fintech led NBFC factor to receive credit certificate of registration under Registration of Factors Regulation 2022 is your 121 Finance. Alright. Next. Which of the following companies recently launched the world's first crypto-backed payment card named Nexo Card along with Nexo Company? Tell me. It is your Die Pocket and MasterCard. They both along have launched payment card, that is Nexo Card. Along with which company? They launched this Nexo Card along with Nexo Company. Alright, so three companies for Nexo Card. They are Nexo Company, Die Pocket and MasterCard. So the correct option here becomes option 5. Alright, tell me, International Data Center. International Data Center is being set up where? It is being set up in Tripura. Alright. Next. Which bank recently won the Global Silent Model Bank Award under the Payment System Transformation category? I repeat, you have to name the bank that has won the Global Silent Model Bank Award under the Payment System Transformation category. It is your IndusInd Bank. It is your IndusInd Bank. If we talk about this Client Model Bank, the award is given by Silent, a leading research and advisory firm focused on technology. This is basically focused on technology for financial institutions. The award recognizes the best practices of using technology in different areas that are critical for banking. If we are talking about banking, World Bank has recently slashed down the global growth to what percent? Earlier, World Bank projected or gave the forecast that the global growth will be around 4.1% for the fiscal year 2022. But now the forecast has been slashed to 3.2% for the same fiscal year 2022. Next. The Appointment Committee of the Cabinet ACC extended the service of Kamlesh Neelkanth Vyas, who is the chairman of the Atomic Energy Commission, until what year? So his term has been extended till May 23. May 2023. Then you need to remember Kamlesh Neelkanth Vyas. He is the chairman of Atomic Energy Council. Alright. Then you need to remember this is the second extension of Kamlesh Neelkanth Vyas, who has been serving as the chairman of the Atomic Energy since September 2018. Next, name the mission that was recently launched by SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket for the US National Reconnaissance Office. The name of the mission was NROL 85 mission. Remember it as it only. Alright, it is a direct status question. Apart from this, if I ask you, tell me 20th edition of India France joint staff talks was held where? What is the location of the 20th edition of India France joint staff talks? This was held in Paris. Paris is also the headquarter of UNESCO. Alright. Then this was of India and France. If I ask you, the 4th edition of US India 2+2 ministerial dialogue was held where? This was held in Washington DC, and this is the headquarter of IMF and World Bank. Alright, 4th US India 2+2 ministerial dialogue was held in Washington DC, and 20th edition of India France joint staff talks was held in Paris. Next, name the Indian Grandmaster who won the 48th La Roda International Open Chess Tournament that was held in Spain in April 2022. He is Domaraju Gukesh. Alright, Domaraju Gukesh. Remember, he is the Indian Grandmaster who won the 48th edition of La Roda International Chess Tournament that was held in Spain. Alright. Then another thing, remember, if you remember R. Pragnanda, he secured 3rd position in this 48th edition of La Roda. Alright, important. If who was R. Pragnanda? He was the 3rd Indian and the youngest Indian to defeat Magnus Carlsen. Magnus Carlsen is the world's #1 chess player. Alright, this is everything you need to remember for chess. Next, what is the minimum net owned funds required by NBFCs for registration with RBI? What is the minimum amount? Minimum owned fund. It is of 5 crore rupees that are required by NBFCs for registration with RBI. Alright. Next, if I ask you, recently, who topped the Hurun Global Healthcare Rich List? Hurun Global Healthcare Rich List for the year 2022. It was, or he was, Cyrus S. Poonawalla. He topped the Hurun Global Healthcare List for the year 2022. Next, if I ask you, then tell me who has been appointed as the 29th Chief of Army Staff. Important. 29th Chief of Army Staff. He is Lieutenant General Manoj Pande. He has been appointed as the 29th Chief of Army Staff. Alright. Similarly, if I ask you, who has been appointed as the Kamala Harris? Kamala Harris, we know she is the Vice President of USA. So, who has been appointed as the Kamala Harris Defense Advisor? Defense Advisor. She is Shanti Sethi. Shanti Sethi has been appointed as the Kamala Harris. She is the Vice President of USA, and Shanti Sethi has been appointed as the Defense Advisor of Kamala Harris. Next, which country recently signed a 7 MOU for a project under the Indian Grant Assistance Scheme to implement high impact community development project? It is your Maldives. Alright, remember, India along Maldives has signed 7 MOUs for projects that are to be built under the Indian Grant Assistance Scheme for high impact community development projects through local bodies. Alright, these projects are worth a total grant of 26.8 million rupiah, that is approximately equal to 1.7 million US dollar. The signing of these MOUs was on the lines of the announcement made during the official visit of the India's Union Minister Subramaniam Jaishankar, that is your S. Jankar, who is the Minister of External Affairs, to the Maldives in the month of March 2022. Next, which organization manufactured the Mk3? Tell me, what is Mk3? First of all, remember we are talking about the first advanced light helicopter Mk3 squadron in Bhubaneswar. All right, advanced light helicopter Mk3. All right, Indian Coast Guard recently commissioned the first advanced light helicopter Mk3 squadron in the Bhubaneswar, and where this was commissioned, it was commissioned in Odisha. Which organization, the question is, which organization manufactured this advanced light helicopter Mk3 squadron? Squadron is a group of it. All right, so these Mk3 advanced light helicopters are being built by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, that is your HAL, and where they will be commissioned, they will be commissioned in Bhubaneswar, Odisha. All right, so HAL is building this advanced light helicopter Mk3. Which bank recently raised 500 million US dollar through IFSC, that is your International Financial Service Center, that is in Gujarat? All right, tell me, that is in Gujarat, or you can say Gift City branch. It is your SBI, State Bank of India, has raised 500 million US dollar through the International Financial Service in Gift City, that is your Gujarat International Finance Tech City branch. It is your SBI. All right, remember this facility is worth $400 million with a 100 million green shoe option. The SBI's Gift City branch has raised first offshore USD secure overnight financing rate linked syndicate loan, SOFR syndicate loan. So it is your SBI, State Bank of India. Apart from this, if I ask you who became or who has been appointed as the MD and CEO of Digit Insurance, MD and CEO of Digit Insurance, she is Jasleen Kohli. Jasleen Kohli has been appointed as the MD and CEO of Digit Insurance. Next, first tell me who has been appointed as the Chief Secretary of Delhi. Chief Secretary of Delhi. He is Naresh Kumar, has been appointed as the Chief Secretary of Delhi. Coming back to question, name the personality from India who recently topped the Hurun Global Healthcare Rich List and became the richest billionaire in the healthcare sector 2022. He is Cyrus S. Punewala. Alright, we just saw this question. He topped the list with a new value of $26 billion, that is up by 41% recently. Cyrus Punewala is followed by Thomas Frist Jr. Alright, next. Who was recently appointed as the 29th Chief of Army Staff from May 2022? We just saw he is Lieutenant General Manoj Pande, and his full name is Manoj Chandrashekhar Pande. Lieutenant General Manoj Chandrashekhar Pande has been appointed as the 29th Chief of Army Staff. He will be succeeding whom? He will be succeeding Manoj Mukund Narwane, sir. Alright. Next. Okay, if I ask you who is the Commander-in-Chief, one more question. Commander-in-Chief. Who is the Commander-in-Chief? Tell me. He is Commander-in-Chief of Indian Army. He is President Ramnath Kovind, sir. Very good. Alright. Commander-in-Chief is the President of India. Next question. Who was recently reappointed as the Prime Minister of Ivory Coast? He is Patrick Echi. He has been reappointed as the Prime Minister of Ivory Coast, alright, just after resigning in April. Next question. In which state Prime Minister Narendra Modi recently inaugurated 108 feet statue of Lord Hanuman? We saw this question recently. We revised it. It is in Gujarat. Can you tell me in Gujarat where it is being launched? It is in Morbi. Alright, it is 108 feet long statue of Lord Hanuman. Next, so correct option here is B, Gujarat. Apart from this, if I ask you who won the 6th edition of Entrepreneur Leadership Award. Entrepreneur Leadership Award for the year 2022. He is Vivek Lal, has been selected for the 6th edition of Entrepreneur Leadership Award. Next, tell me who has been appointed or who has been named as the new Global Peace Ambassador. New Global Peace Ambassador for the year 2022. She is Babita Singh. She has been appointed as the new Global Peace Ambassador for 2022. Alright, then next question is, tell me, Iron Beam. Iron Beam is a new laser missile defense system. New laser missile defense system. It is of which country? It is of Israel. Similarly, tell me recently which country has developed laser system to destroy satellites or to destroy the electronics in the satellite in space. It is China. 150 villages of excellence are being built by which country? Villages of excellence. It is by Israel and they will be built in India. Let's see now if they will be built or not, but this was the news recently. Next, for how many days, months the central government recently extended the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan package? So this Garib Kalyan package has been extended by 160 days. If we talk about Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan package, this was launched on 30th of March in 2020. This provide comprehensive personal accident cover of up to 50 lakh to 22.12 lakh healthcare providers, including community health workers, private health workers who have been in direct contact with COVID-19 patients. Alright. So a cover of 50 lakh rupees was provided to whom? To the healthcare workers or any community worker, those who were in contact with the COVID-19 patients. So it has been extended till 180 days. Next question. India's first portable solar rooftop system was inaugurated at the Swami Narayan Akshardhan Temple complex in Dash. Where this was inaugurated? In Gandhinagar, Gujarat. We just saw where was the India's first portable solar rooftop system inaugurated. It was in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. Next question. At which pass in India said to get the world's highest tunnel between Jaskar Valley in Ladakh and Himachal Pradesh? This will be connecting Ladakh to Himachal Pradesh and this is the world's highest tunnel. What is the name of the pass being asked that where this world's highest tunnel will be built? It is Shinkula Pass. Watch the yesterday's video, we have covered this there. Alright, at Shinkula Pass, that is an altitude of 16,580 feet above the sea level. BRO is the organization that is building this world's highest tunnel that will be connecting Ladakh to Himachal Pradesh. Next, the International Monetary Fund reduced India's GDP to dash from 9% for the fiscal year 23 according to the World Economic Output report. So IMF, the headquarter of IMF is in Washington DC. IMF has reduced the India's GDP to 8.2%, that was earlier projected at 9% according to the World Economic Outlook report. So now it has been reduced to 8.2, earlier it was 9%. Alright. Next, what can be the reason of reducing this GDP percentage? The reason is the war that is going in Ukraine. Alright, it has impacted all the world around. There was a mission also, remember, Operation Ganga, that brought back Indians that were stuck in the Ukraines to India back. Next, alerts committee will be headed by whom? First of all, what is this alerts? Alert stands for Advisory Committee for Leveraging Regulatory and Technology Solutions. This is your alert. Alright, remember SEBI recently constituted a 7-member advisory committee. Let me say it, Advisory Committee for Leveraging Regulatory and Technology Solutions. This is your alerts. So this 7-member committee that has been constituted by SEBI will be headed by whom? It will be headed by Sunil Bajpai. Alright, Sunil Bajpai. Another thing, Remember who became the first woman to become the chairman of SEBI? She is Madhabi, Puri, Buch. Alright, next. Next, if I ask you, HDFC Limited signed an agreement to sell a dash percent of the share capital to HDFC Capital to the Abu Dhabi Investment Authority for 184 crore rupees. It is how much percent to sell a 10% of the share capital of HDFC Capital. Next, from which aircraft the Indian Air Force recently tested fired a BrahMos supersonic cruise missile? It was your Sukhoi 30 MKI. This was the aircraft from which Indian Air Force tested the BrahMos supersonic cruise missile. If we are talking about BrahMos, it is a joint venture between India and Russia, and which is the first country to procure BrahMos supersonic cruise missiles from India? It is your Philippines. So the correct option here is option 2. Also remember, BrahMos travels at a speed of around 2.8 Mach, and 1 Mach is equal to the speed of sound. Next, name the 6th edition of Scorpion submarine of Project 75 that was recently launched in Mumbai, Maharashtra. It is INS Vakshir. Alright, INS Vakshir. It is the 6th edition, or you can say it is the 6th Scorpion class submarine of Project 75 that was recently launched in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Important. Alright. INS Magir was constructed by MDL. What is MDL? MDL is Madgaon Dock Limited. Alright. Then remember, first Vaghir, this INS Vaghir was commissioned in 1974 and later it was decommissioned in 1997. Then remember, the 6 Scorpion class submarines are INS Kalveri, INS Khandari, INS Karnaj, INS Vela, INS Vaghir and INS Vagsir, and she is the 6th Scorpion class submarine. Next, Bility Electric recently announced plans to set up the world's largest electric 3-wheeler manufacturing plant in which state? Bility Electric will be setting up their world's largest electric vehicle, or you can say 3-wheeler electric vehicle manufacturing plant. Where? In Telangana. It will be set up in Telangana. Alright. Next, in which state India's first ever radio channel for the visually impaired named Radio Aksh was launched in the April 2022? Tell me. First ever radio channel for visually impaired named Radio Aksh was launched. This was launched in which state? It was in Maharashtra. Maharashtra is the only state that is providing personal loans to prisoners. Alright, remember this also. Oil India Limited inaugurated their first pure hydrogen plant, green hydrogen plant, in which state? We just saw this. This first green hydrogen plant was set up by Oil in Jorhat, Assam. Alright, Jorhat, Assam. Next, Dash became the first state to install an L-root server to provide uninterrupted internet access. Which is the first state? Tell me. We just saw this also recently. To set up an L-root server to provide uninterrupted internet access. It is your Rajasthan. Very good. Next, which organization recently signed an MOU with the Ministry of Panchayati Raj for the localization of sustainable development goals? I repeat, organization that recently signed an MOU with the Ministry of Panchayati Raj for the localization of sustainable development goal. It is your UNDP, United Nations Development Program. Headquarter is in New York. UNEP, where is the headquarter? Nairobi, Kenya. So correct option here is option 5. This, remember, the Union Ministry of Panchayati Raj and the United Nations Development Program, they together signed an MOU to collaborate in the areas of knowledge sharing and strengthening monitoring mechanisms for the localization of the sustainable development goals. Name the bank that recently signed an MOU with the Central Board of Direct Taxes and Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs to collect direct taxes and indirect taxes. Direct and simple question. It is your which bank? It is your Dhanlakshmi Bank. Has recently signed an MOU with CBDT and CBIC to collect direct taxes and indirect taxes. Which payment bank recently launched a Finculation platform to encourage startups to develop financial products? I repeat, which payment bank? This is your Indian Post Payments Bank. They have recently launched a Finculation platform that is to encourage startups to develop financial products. It is your which one more thing, Finculation. What is this? It is a joint initiative to collaborate with the fintech, that is your financial technology, with startups to community to co-create and innovate solutions for financial inclusion. I repeat, this term, that is Finculation, this is basically a joint initiative to collaborate with fintech. We know what is fintech. Fintech is finance and technology. To collaborate fintech with startups community to co-create and innovate solutions for the financial inclusions. All right. Next, according to World Bank's reshaping norm, a new way forward South Asia economy focusing spring 2020 report, India's GDP for the fiscal year 2022 was reduced to dash from 8.7%. Directly remember, World Bank recently stated that the GDP growth rate of India for the fiscal year 2023 is 8.7%, but now recently it has been reduced to what percent? It has been reduced to 8.2%. Next, name the Padma awardee who was recently appointed as the principal scientific advisor to the government of India for 3 years. Tell me. You have to name the Padma awardee who has been appointed as the principal scientific advisor to the government of India for 3 years. He is Ajay Kumar Sood. Alright. ACC did this appointment. ACC approved this appointment of Ajay Kumar Sood. He is also known as AK Sood, as the principal scientific advisor to the government of India for 3 years. Alright, remember Ajay Kumar Sood, the honorary professor of the Department of Physics of Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. He is also a member of Prime Minister's Science, Technology and Innovation Advisory Council. He received, as we hear it is written, he is a Padma awardee. He received Padma Shri in 2013 for Science and Engineering. Who was recently named as the Asia's Africa Consortium Global Peace Ambassador for the year 2022. She is Babita Singh. Alright, she is Babita Singh, remember. Before moving on, first tell me, when is the National Civil Service Day observed? It is observed on 21st of April. Then remember, this is the 15th edition of the National Civil Service Day that is observed on 21st of April. What was the theme? Vision India at the rate of 2047, bringing citizens and government closure. This was the theme. Alright, moving on. In which country did the Chief of Naval Staff Hari Kumar recently launch the first navigation chart during his visit? Tell me. I repeat. In which country did the Chief of Naval Staff R. Hari Kumar recently launched the first navigation chart during his visit? It was launched in Maldives. Alright. Next question. Who was recently named as the recipient of the Champions of the Earth Award 2021 under the Lifetime Achievement category by UNEP? Who is he? He was awarded with Champions of the Earth Award, that is under the Lifetime Achievement category by UNEP. He is David Attenborough. David Attenborough. Alright. He has been named as he has received Champions of the Earth Award 2021 under the Lifetime Achievement category of UNEP. As the recipients of the Champions of the Award 2021 under the Lifetime Achievement category for his dedications to research, documentation and advocacy for the protection of nature and its restoration, because we know environment, UNEP is related to your environment. Headquarter of UNEP is in Nairobi, Kenya. This UNEP's Champion of the Earth Award honors individuals, groups or organizations who have a transformative impact on the environment. And recently, David Attenborough has received this award. Alright, next. Which country's president recently received the John F. Kennedy Profile in Courage Award 2022 for protecting democracy? I repeat, which country's president has received John F. Kennedy Profile in Courage Award 2022 for protecting democracy? Is Ukraine. Who is the president of Ukraine? He is Vladimir Zelensky. As we know, Vladimir Zelensky is protecting his country against the war that is going on in Ukraine. So, in order to honor that, this John F. Kennedy Profile in Courage Award 2022 was given to, or it was presented to, the president of Ukraine, Vladimir Zelensky. So friends, this was our session. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want us to continue with such session, all you have to do is comment below, because the value of your comment is very much. And also, if you want us to continue with such sessions and bring more revision videos for future preferences, all you have to do is comment below. Also, if you have any trouble regarding login or payment or any other issues, then you can reach to us on our mail, that is support@affairscloud.com, or you can call us on the number 9677333862, and we'll resolve your issue as soon as possible. Also, you should go and check our courses that are available at a very reasonable price, and that will help you to boost your preparation.